guys, I am Mystique Tarot and welcome to my channel. So today's reading is all about October 2021 predictions for, you guessed it, Aries. So what I have done for this reading is that I have divided the reading into three portions: for career and finances, then love and relationships, and personal and spiritual development. Now I have already shuffled your tarot and oracle cards so that we can save some time and straight away get into it. Just a couple of disclaimers that I'd like to put out, that this is a general reading, so all the readings may or may not resonate with all the Aries watching this reading. If some of the messages don't, it's okay. Don't try to force it. Just take what resonates and leave the rest. And one last thing, this reading is good for all the people who have their sun, moon, rising or Venus in the sign of Aries. So with that being said, let's get into the reading. So Aries, for the first portion of your reading, the first card we have is the Fool, followed by the Knight of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. Don't get all disheartened because Three of Swords, I will clarify it, but let's get into it, shall we? So one of the first things that I am seeing is that in the month of October, you guys kind of will be taking a leap. I mean, you guys being the first sign in the zodiac and the kid sign, basically, there is this spark inside of every Aries that, like, personally speaking, every Aries that I have ever met, to do something spontaneous, right? And I'm seeing that in the month of October you will be taking a leap, with the Fool being here. Taking a leap in the sense, maybe you guys are taking a leap in the sense that you guys are starting to invest in stocks, or maybe you're investing in some kind of company, or you're investing in crypto, or even for some of you, I feel like you guys are quitting your jobs, like quitting the regular 9 to 5 and trying to follow your passion or something like that. There is a emphasis on doing something out of the societal definitions of what you should be doing. And although I am seeing that whatever it is that you are doing, you have actually calculated it very well. You know what it is that you want. So in that context, you have laid out the plan perfectly, that this is what I want to do. My first step will be this. Like, it's a very you are taking a leap, but in a very balanced way, with the Knight of Pentacles being here. Also, with the Knight of Pentacles being here, I feel like some of you who have been searching for a job or have applied for something, I feel like you guys will be like getting a message or getting an acceptance letter from, like, if you have applied to a university, or if it is some sort of a job that you have applied to, I feel like you will be getting some news. And for some of you, it might not be what you want to hear, but for the others, it will be but it will be something for you. It's very important that you remember that even if the result or what the message says is not something that you want to hear, remember that it's happening for you and not to you. So don't take it personally, because if that does not happen, it just means that there is something way better for you out there. Now, for those of you who will be, trying to follow their passion and quitting the normal 9 to 5 and doing something that they actually want to do, I feel like there will be a lot of things that people, society, will have to say. And with the Three of Swords being here, I am seeing that you guys to some extent will be affected by that. And all I've got to say regarding that is that don't like, although I am seeing that you will be affected to some extent, but just like try not to, because see, haters gonna hate. Like, people don't like change, right? And you are doing something, or you will be doing something that is way different. And one thing I will say, that hurt people, right? So don't take it personally, because whatever it is that they're saying, they're projecting onto you, and you just know that it is something that whatever it is that you are doing is triggering a part of them, like something that they have always wanted to do. Again, it comes back to hurt people, right? Let me see what else we've got. Yeah, we have the Six of Swords, the Star, and hold on. Yeah, with the Six of Swords being here, I am seeing that you guys are moving on something that has been burdening you for quite some time. Instead of doing something that speaks to you, that is something you really want to do, you were kind of stuck in this energy of the mundane. And finally I'm seeing that you've gathered up the courage to do something that satisfies you, that satisfies your soul. And with the Star card being here, honestly, I feel like they're, first of all, know that you are divinely guided and divinely protected, and however this plan of yours rolls out, it will be in your favor. Because with the Star, I'm seeing that this process, this venture that you are taking, that you're stepping out on, this venture will help you heal a part of you. And also with the Eight of Wands clarifying the Three of Swords, I feel like you will realize that you cannot always do or say what people want you to say. That you want to live for you and not for others. I am seeing that you'll basically be able to move on from this energy of the Three of Swords, and you'll realize that people will always say what they have to say. Okay, one thing Spirit is saying is that when you step out on this journey, just don't lose yourself. I think what Spirit means to say is that remember that why you started, because that is very important, because it's very easy to get lost in the journey. Just remember why you started, that what was your purpose to do this, whatever it is that you will be doing, whatever is that leap that you're taking. Moving on to the next portion of your reading. So for love and relationships, the first card we have is the Ten of Wands, followed by the Chariot and the Queen of Pentacles. So for love and relationships for the month of October, I feel like, well, first of all, I will say that in the month of October, I feel like you will be making a trip, because not only because of the Chariot card, but right before I was like Just before I downloaded this message, a plane flew by and it just confirmed that. So I feel like a lot of you will be traveling somewhere in the month of October. So if you are, or if you're planning to, happy journey. Coming back, so yeah, that is a part of the reading, but also I feel like for quite some time I feel like your relationships in your life, instead of supporting you and instead of making you grow more into a abundant queen. I mean, I'm not saying that you are not currently in an abundant energy, because see, with the Ten of Wands, what I'm basically saying is that it's weighing you down. It's a bit too much for you. And that is why with the Chariot being here, I am seeing that, okay, so maybe this trip that most of y'all will be taking, this will basically help you come back to center. With the Queen of Pentacles being here, I'm seeing that you have been, if you feel disconnected, it might be because you're not grounded, and unless you are grounded, you cannot ground your relationships very properly. And that is what Spirit is saying, that because you're taking on way more than you can handle, you're biting off more than you can chew, that is why you're feeling burdened. And that is what Spirit is saying, that in the month of October, take a step back, relax, and do something for yourself. How are you doing something to make you feel better? And if you want to make yourself feel better, it is very important for you to ground yourself. And not only that, I feel like in the month of October, if okay, I'm getting two messages. If you yourself are a mother figure, or you have a mother figure, I feel like your relationship with your mother, okay, now this might not be for all of you, because I got a message. What I basically got is that for some of you, your relationship with your mother might be hanging by a thread because of something that might have happened in the past. And with the Chariot being here, I'm seeing that one or both of you might be doing something to reconcile, to bridge that gap, so that you can come back together and ground yourselves and, enjoy that mother-child relationship. Also, for some of you, I'm hearing those who are, like, you might be a mother, or you might have a mother figure. Even with the travel, like the Chariot being here, I'm sensing that some of you might be traveling back home to your mother specifically. There is something very big about mother. Okay. And this mother figure can be your grandmother also, or even your older sister. Okay, this might not be for everyone, but take it only if it resonates. You might be receiving some sort of money or gift when you go there. And you know what? I'm gonna shuffle more cards and see. Because, see, the travel part is coming out very strongly. There is something that you are mending. And I feel like that has, whatever it is that you're mending, it is something that, has been stretched out for quite some time. Yeah, we have the moon over here. With the moon being over here, I feel like whatever it is something that you guys have never really talked about, but it has always affected your relationship in some way or the other. And we have the Ten of Wands again. And now it's like there are certain parts of this relationship that you have that are not very healthy and helpful, because when you like rely on only one person to carry out a relationship, it becomes very burdening. And that is what I'm seeing, is that one or both of you, like it might be you or it might be the other person, there is not much, romantic thing in this love and relationships portion of your reading. Anyways, coming back, yeah, it is something that has been deep inside of you and it has never been talked about, and now that it is becoming so burdening for you or for that other person, you guys are finally speaking out. And we have the Ace of Wands, and when you do that, you are forging a new opportunity for your relationship. We have the King of Wands as the bottom deck energy. You're forging a new relationship with your mother or that mother figure or whoever that might be, because now that everything is out on the table, you guys are able to work through your problems. And I feel like when you do that, both of you, like you and that other party, both of you will be learning a lot about each other and yourselves. And it's like when you speak out your truth, you strengthen the relationship. And communication is very important in any relationship. And even with the King of Wands being the bottom deck energy, what I'm getting is that you need to give the person, like, give the truth as it is. You cannot always mold the truth as to your liking or as to someone else's liking, because honestly that will not be helping anyone, not even you. So with that being said, let's move on to the next portion of your reading, which is the personal and spiritual development. For personal and spiritual development, the first card that we have is the Seven of Wands, followed by the Knight of Swords and the Hermit. Okay. For personal and spiritual development in the month of October, what I'm sensing for you guys is basically you're fighting for what you believe in. And I feel like you guys have been fighting for a long time for what you believe in, because what your beliefs might be, that is something very different from the average human being. And I feel like with the Seven of Wands being here along with the next to the Knight of Swords, I feel like this has been something very constant in your life, that everyone has to say something. Like I feel like over the course of time it has become a bit difficult for you to believe in something, because there is so much that there is to learn, that people know, and at the same time there is so much that people have to say about what you know and believe in. So in the month of October, what I am basically seeing is, for you guys, is that you guys are standing up for yourself, and you guys are realizing that you need to be able to find out and realize what your truth is, because everyone has their own truth. Everyone's truth is different, and what your truth is, that is dependent on how evolved your soul is. How evolved are you spiritually? And for some people who are not so evolved as a soul or as spiritually, some concepts are very difficult for them to understand and for them to grasp. And that just means that in this lifetime, that is not their truth. Your truth is something else. So instead of trying to follow someone else's truth, or instead of trying to challenge someone else's truth, or in some way, shape or form accept someone else's truth without giving it a second thought, Spirit is asking you to understand that their truth is true for them, and your truth and that other person's truth or someone else's truth, if it's not the same, that is absolutely okay. And if your truth is being challenged, or if you are confused, or there is something that just does not sit right with you, Spirit is asking you to find your truth, and you will only be able to do that yourself. No person will be able to help you find your truth. It is only we who know our truths. So give me a second, I am going to pull out a couple more cards for you guys. Okay. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, but the Ace of Pentacles being here again, it's like everyone has something to offer. Okay, there is what everyone has to say. There is a bit of truth to that, but that does not mean that their truth is the only truth that you should believe in. Also, with the Ace of Pentacles being here, I feel like again the message that everyone wants to say something, or want you to be a certain way, or want you to believe in what they believe in. That message is coming out. And also another thing that I'm hearing, that if it is like, if you truly want to find your own truth, A, you have to go within, and B, ask for help. Ask for help from the divine, because when you go within, there is no way that you will not be helped by spirit, or by the universe, or even by your spirit guides. Because as much as we don't want to accept it, they are always around us. Let's see what else. Okay, you have the Fool in reverse. You see how contradicting cards these are, like the Knight of Swords in upright, and we have the Fool in reverse, which again is saying that don't block the possibility, your possibilities. The possibilities to explore are endless. Your possibilities to know something, to gain knowledge, is endless. Instead of being bitter or accepting someone else's bitterness, just let it go and realize that there is, see, just because someone else's, I know I'm saying the truth thing a lot, but it is something that Spirit is saying that I need to emphasize. Just because someone else's message truth does not sit well with you, there is no point in getting scared. There's no point in thinking that, oh my god, this person is saying this, so probably what they are saying is the right thing. No. What they are saying is the right thing for them, and you need to be open to that. Let's see, one last card, Spirit. Okay, yeah, we have the High Priestess. Oh my god. Sorry. We have the High Priestess. Can you believe it? Again, Spirit is saying that your truth, the message that you want, you already have it. You already know it, but there is some part of you Oh, I just heard there is some part of you which is afraid of finding out that truth, because what if that truth, what your actual truth is, what if it does not sit well, or what if it does not go hand in hand in what you believe in currently. But guys, know this, that what you believe in currently, for those of you this portion of the reading is resonating, most of the times what happens is that the truth we think our truth is something that we have been told. We have been molded in such a way that we think that our truth is what the society is telling us. But you need to unpeel those layers. You need to unlearn everything that we have been taught from the age of 7 to be able to understand what your true truth is, because the truth is that your truth is already within you. I'm saying truth a lot. It is already within you and you know what it is. And the bottom deck energy is the 6 of Wands. Again, the victory that you are seeking, the victory that you want, your journey for that will be different. And your victory is basically finding your own truth, the prize, finding what it is, who you truly are, emphasis on the truly. And I just got the deck and we have the Page of Swords. So basically that not always, I have 2 messages. Spirit is saying that not always being so not always being so okay with what everyone has to say, meaning that being okay with what your truth is and cutting out when I say cutting out people, I basically mean that stop giving your energy to them who feel like their truth is the only truth. Spirit is saying that don't be that person and don't let those people into your lives. And another thing with the Page of Swords that I heard is that you need to understand that your curious spirit, that spirit to learn, that is what takes you forward. And I'm not kidding, even the bottom deck energy for your Rider-Waite is the 8 of Pentacles, which again is about working on yourself. I mean, for this reading for you guys, it's about working on the relationship you have with spirit, the relationship with you have with yourself, the relationship you have with the people around you, and understanding that finding that balance in any relationship, finding that sweet point in any relationship, whether it's the relationship you have with yourself or with spirit, or your work relationships or anything, even your relationship with money, it takes time. And it's very important for you to be patient during that time and to believe that what is happening and whatever has happened up till now has happened for me and not to me. So with that being said, I'm going to move on to the last portion of this entire reading. So the last portion is the advice portion, and as I said in the intro, I have already pulled out your oracle cards, which are your advice cards basically, and I will be reading these from the booklet because I know that the messages resonate with everyone in a different way, and I just want all of you to have all the messages. I'm going to tell you whatever else pops out. So the first card as advice that we have for career and finances, I was just gonna say career and spiritual development, career and finances is Odin, psychic insight. Your third eye is open. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. Then we have, for love and relationships, Mary Magdalene, teacher awakens. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you. And for your personal and spiritual development, we have 2 cards. Kali Ma, facing fear. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. And the other one is Mahavatar Babaji, soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connection between all things. Give me a second. Okay, so one thing with Mary Magdalene that I want to say is that for the relationship portion, it is actually saying, remember how I said it's important for you to ground yourself? And with all the red over here, again, it comes back to the fact that grounding, it comes back to grounding. It like you need to ground yourself, and when you do that, you automatically start grounding a lot of relationships in your life. Okay, let's see. Let's read the cards, okay? For Odin, we have psychic insight. You are being encouraged to look beyond what your physical eyes are showing you. Look within and follow your intuition or psychic visions. You may want to plan ahead at this time. It's important to keep your mind and energy focused on the best possible outcome. There will be signs and symbols from the light to tell you that you are on the right path. Be aware of winged beings gracing your path as a wink from Odin and the light keepers to say that they are honoring your work. Remember how I said at the beginning of this portion of the reading that whatever it is that you guys are doing, whatever you're taking a leap towards, you are taking a leap, but you are planning it very well. So feathers is a sign for you. Now moving on to Mary Magdalene. Mary Magdalene, teacher awakens. You have a strong desire to share what you have learned. You may feel people will dismiss you or ridicule you, but don't worry. Mary Magdalene is here to guide you through this process. Your vulnerability is actually your greatest strength because you are trusting the power of your soul, and that part of you can never be broken. You are a wonderful teacher and leader, and the world needs you. You're being backed by heaven, so step forwards and share all that you have learned. You know what I heard for some of you who are teachers, not necessarily teachers who teach in school, but even if you are like a dance teacher or a sports teacher, an art teacher, and while I was reading this message, I heard that you need to give out everything that you know. Or even for those of you who are thinking of pursuing teaching as a profession, Spirit is saying that there's a lot that you have to offer. So because there is something that I heard about building like the teacher-student relationship. There's a lot that you have to share, and your knowledge is very unique, and your knowledge is, for some reason I'm picking up on, not only related to your subject that you teach. There is a lot that you have to offer and teach to people outside of the subject that you teach. So Spirit is basically saying that take that leap, it's okay. Let's move to Kalima and Mahavatar Babaji. Kalima, facing fear. This is a time when you are able to look fear in the eye and move away from it. Fear is just energy, and energy can be changed. This can be an intense experience because the human self is so conditioned that it may be used to operating with fear present. When the fear is gone, it may feel as though an emptiness is there, but this is a space for love and miracles to enter. You are being filled with the courage of spirit now so that you can move from this phase of your life to the next. Trust the process and call on Kalima to help you release your fear and step into a space that's strong, focused, and courageous. Mahavatar Babaji, Soul Expansion. You may feel that you have retreated from the world recently. Maybe you've not been as active socially or spiritually, but this time of inner rest has really paid off. You are becoming more and more consciously aware of how connected you are to God and all living beings. This sense of union is called yoga. Yoga goes beyond physical ability and into a sense of awareness that's created through spiritual practice, meditation, and devotion to the divine. Mahavatar Babaji, the yogic father, is here to inspire that fire of union within you, so that you can understand how your thoughts and actions are creating the waves of energy that form your life. This is funny, the waves of energy, because right before I was about to start your reading and I was meditating on your, I was meditating for the reading, I saw waves of water. So that's why I thought it was not funny but kind of synchronistic, right? So yeah, my beautiful Aries, that is why I'm gonna cut your reading. I really hoped that this reading resonated with you, and thank you so much for sharing your energy with me and for letting me read your cards. I really hope that this reading resonated with you, and if it did, remember to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and comment down below which part of the reading resonated with you guys the most. Keep shining your beautiful light and continue being your truest authentic self. I'm sending all of you lots and lots of love and light. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.